Wonderful. Well, we've got to get you there. 1 minute on the clock. $2,000 for every correct answer. You good to go?
Yep.
Right, Sophia, let's do it.
Okay.
Your time starts now. In the popular swimming pool game, players shout polo in response to which name?
Marco?
Correct. A common idiom meaning to act bravely is whistle in the what?
Wind?
Dark. In which decade was the US Rock and Roll Hall of Fame founded?
60s.
80s. Which religious figure is taken to the so-called Room of Tears after his election?
Pope.
President?
Pope. Paul Roos is a former coach of which New South Wales AFL team?
Sydney Swans.
Swans.
Correct. What is the title of the Beatles' debut feature film?
Day in the
Hard
Life.
Day's Night.
A Hard Day's Night. In which city are the headquarters of the United States Secret Service?
Washington.
California?
Washington. What is the common two-letter texting abbreviation for the word girlfriend?
GF.
Correct. A former Bond girl and star of TV's Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman is Jane who?
Seymour.
Fonda?
Seymour. What iconic soft drink features in Salvador Dali's painting Poetry of America?
Coke.
Coca-Cola?
Correct. The sinking of the Titanic is recounted in a classic. We got there. Sophia, $8,000.
Okay, good, yeah.
Ready to meet the chaser? Become sharp.
Shark Night.
G'day, Sophia.
Hi, Sharky.
So at your work, you've got all these adopted grandparents. Now here at our work, we've only got one. We call him Grandpa Larry.
That's the nicest thing they've ever called me, I'm just saying. $8,000, 5 steps from...
I'd love to buy a 3D printer and then just buy a bigger one and make bigger props, bigger stuff.
Love
and
it.
just, really nerd out at the back.
First time we've heard that on the list, so good stuff. 1 minute on the clock, $2,000 for every correct answer. You ready, Andy?
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. Your time starts now. In a common idiom, to be close to an important event is to have a ringside what?
Seat.
Correct. On New York Stock Exchange, which cereal company is represented by the letter K?
Kellogg's.
Kellogg's.
Correct. The Ellenborough Falls are in which Australian state?
South Australia.
New South Wales. A question mark is the iconic symbol of which Batman villain?
Riddler.
Riddler.
Correct. A 2021 film directed by Ridley Scott is The Last what?
Pass.
Duel. Rhyming with marrow, what name is given to a litter of piglets?
Farrow.
Pass.
Farrow. In the TV show titled CSI, the letters CS stand for what?
Crime Scene.
Crime scene.
Correct. A famous quote commonly misattributed to Marie Antoinette is let them eat what?
Cake.
Oh, pass.
Cake. Steve Prestich is best remembered as the drummer for which Australian band?
Australian Crawl.
Pass.
Cold Chisel.
Yeah.
Sarasota is a beachside city in which North American country?
USA.
The US. Hey Andy, you got your Batman question?
Florida,
Yeah,
I think.
it's all right, that one.
Andy, $8,000. Release the shot.
Sarasota? I think Socola's in Florida. I don't know about Sarasota. Ah.
G'day, Andy.
Hello.
I'm a bit like you, actually. The difference is I take teams apart and then just don't put it back together.
Good one. You're not going to get all of it.
There you go. Your final chase starts now. A famous casino in Las Vegas. His name's Caesar's what?
Palace.
Jean. Palace.
Correct. The TV series Chapelwaite stars Oscar winner Adrian who?
Pass.
Billie Jean. Brody.
Correct. Which palindrome is a common word meaning midday?
Noon.
Billie Jean. Noon.
Correct. What aircraft brand was named after American founder Bill Lear?
Learjet.
Jean. Learjet.
Correct. Sky Safari is a cable car ride at which New South Wales Zoo?
Dog.
Taronga. Correct. Tom Bradley was a long-serving mayor of which Californian city?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Correct. What is the first name of socialite Paris Hilton's sister?
Billie Jean. Nicole.
Nikki.
Ah.
Larry Kramer wrote the hit Broadway play The Normal What?
Billie Jean. Pass.
Heart. Which fantasy TV series features the Principality of Dawn?
Game of Thrones. Maybe.
Billie Jean. VOA.
Game of Thrones. The Grampians National Park is in which Australian state?
Victoria.
Dog.
Victoria.
Correct. In modern rugby union, which position wears jersey number 2?
Halfback.
Dog.
Hooker.
Correct.
Yeah.
Spanning the River Liffey is the Dublin landmark Hartney
Billie
what?
Jean. Bridge.
Correct. In which Australian capital is the Courier Mail newspaper based?
Brisbane.
Dog.
Brisbane.
Correct. The name Pokemon is a blend of the words pocket and what?
Billie
Money.
Jean. Monster.
Correct.
Nice.
Malibu Rising is a best-selling book by Taylor Jenkins who?
Pass.
Billie Jean. Bradford.
Read. In which country is Yale University?
Billie
USA.
Jean. USA.
Correct. Pipistrellus is a genus of which flying mammal?
Bat.
Billie Jean. Bat.
Correct. A veteran Victoria's Secret model is Brazilian Adriana who?
Billie Jean. Pass.
Lima. Of which country did oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Well done. Guys, you took a shot at pretty much everything. They're very, very steady. 15 steps down here.
Yeah, very steady. Look, 15 can be a winning score. And I was particularly impressed by Billie Jean's enunciation. Really,
Yes.
very
English
precise
teacher.
answer.
Yes. We don't get that a lot on
No, we
Australian
don't.
Perhaps they should check that
Do
Nicky
we?
Nicole
All right,
thing.
Final Chase continues right after these news headlines.
Hello, up next on 7 News, a toddler and a baby found alone in a car in Melbourne's southwest.
Exclusive, a mum's message to a driver, a baby's brush with death.
Ooh.
New developments in the Parliament House rape case.
4 million Australians put on alert over the Medibank hack.
How a restaurant owner is hitting back against a dine and dash gang.
A cruel TV star, Hatfish's legal gamble backfires badly.
Millions for private schools and a new education promise.
A warning on a new dangerous social media trend.
And the AFL forced to apologise to players over a concussion scandal. 7 News at 6.
Thank you to the newsroom for that. 15 steps between my team and the chaser. Sharky, you good to go?
I'm ready.
All right, it's time for the final chase. Sharky, good luck. Your final chase starts now. The idiom 1-2 punch is taken from which box?
Boxing.
Correct. Money kept for illicit ends is commonly called a slush what?
Fund.
Fun.
Correct. Tobruk is a port city in which North African country?
Libya.
Egypt.
Stop the clock. Tobruk is a port city in which North African country?
I don't know.
Definitely
it.
Libya. Can't, well, he's eliminated Egypt and it's not Tunisia, so it's Libya.
So there's Tunisia, there's Morocco, North Africa, there's Algeria.
She's mentioned everyone except one.
Morocco feels good.
You go with Morocco then.
No.
Morocco, Larry.
Libya. 1:46 on the clock. Chaser needs 13. And your time, Sharky, restarts. Now, Rites of Passage is an award-winning book by William who?
Pass.
Gibson.
Stop the clock. Rites of Passage is an award-winning book by William who?
Wordsworth.
No,
No.
not Shakespeare.
I don't think it's that old.
Will Smith. No.
Gibson.
Gibson, Larry.
Golding.
Ah,
Close.
got the initial right.
1:41 on the clock. Chaser needs 13.
William Golding,
Sharky,
he wrote
time
Lord of the
restarts.
Flies. Okay.
Now, the
Tim.
logo of which Dutch-Australian bank features an orange lion?
IMG.
IMG.
Correct. Tim Robbins directed the crime drama film Dead Man What?
Walking.
Correct. Pane Toscano is a saltless bread from which European country?
Italy.
Italy.
Correct. The town of Birdsville is on which Queensland river?
Diamantina.
Diamantina.
Correct.
Hey.
Taboo is a stage musical co-created by pop star boy who?
George.
Boy George.
Correct. Which chemical element is named after physicist Glenn Seaborg?
Seaborgium.
Correct. Cold War spy Guy Burgess attended which UK university?
Oxford.
Stop the clock.
If it's not Oxford, it's probably Cambridge.
Cambridge or Eton.
Cambridge, Larry.
That's what I was hoping you would say. Yes, there's a successful pushback. With Cambridge. Chaser needs 8. 1:05 on the clock. And that clock
It's
restarts.
not bad even.
Now, a signature meal of the city of Chicago is the deep dish what? Correct. On which continent is the grave of US General George Patton?
Europe. It's in Luxembourg, actually.
Asia.
Stop the clock.
No.
On which continent is the grave of US General George Patton?
I was thinking Asia, but if it's... I'm thinking Europe.
Africa.
Or,
No.
Ooh. Was he in Africa?
I don't know who it is.
No.
You happy to go with Europe?
You go with your gut.
Yeah, well done.
Europe, Larry.
Definitely go with Europe. Another good pushback there, guys. All right, Chaser needs 8 now, 53 on the clock. And your time, Sharky, restarts. Now, the noun discovery directly derives from which verb?
Discover.
Correct. Eric Coates composed the theme for the war film The Damn What?
Busters.
The Damn Bastards.
Correct. A name for a flat tart, the word galette, is from which language? Correct. A soccer match official, VAR, stands for Video Assistant
Referee.
Correct. In which UK country is the historic county of Antrim?
Northern Ireland.
Correct. Name for a spider is the Thredbo ski run, the funnel what?
Web.
Correct. The Vortex is a classic play by theatre icon Noel who?
Coward.
Correct. The term Cameroonian means a citizen of which country?
Cameroon.
Correct and wow. There we go. A couple of good pushbacks there, but he chased this down. Sharky, well done.
Yeah, thank you. Well done on the pushbacks, and it was actually pretty close in the end. Shows you that 15 is a pretty competitive score. Well played.
Yeah, guys, unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to that $20,000. Doug, Billie Jean, it was lovely to meet you. Thanks for coming in and having a go. We'll see you next time, right here on The Chains.
Tonight, a 3-month-old and a toddler found alone.